I'll do that later, I guess. Alright. This is also a good gauge to see if the minions will survive. About my survivability, I think the hits are alright. It's just the dots I need to be careful of, because I really don't have any like strong dot protection. Oh, was that a slam? I believe that was a slam. Alright, that was pretty alright. Fight seemed to be okay. I think the only like dangerous part was the Shaper Beam, because I really have no way to deal with like... I really have no way of dealing... Oh wow, okay. Probably can sell that off, but I can ID it, we'll see. I have no way dealing with the Shaper Beam dots. If I really wanted to like mitigate it properly, I would have to path here and get these life nodes. Also probably get the leaf shade, but you know, that's not part of my like passive. It's not something I was planning for, so just had to play around it. Thankfully, this fight has ads, so I can just like refill flask, and yeah, that pretty much kept me alive. Damage is pretty good, very very clean fight, to be frank. Even though I kind of play like crap. Let's talk about the changes I made ever since 2 days ago. So that was, I mean, I didn't really have a lot of time, so the changes have been quite minor. So it's only a bit here and there, but yeah, let's talk about it. So first and foremost, I've taken away the replica midnight bargain. Reason being for that is that I'm starting to scale into minion levels. So I've gone for this wand. This wand was about 11 divines. I could actually craft on a trigger on the suffix, but I did not, because I don't really need a trigger. I'm not a... Well, not, I don't have any offerings I want to trigger as well, and I kind of feel like I needed the resistances, so I just changed it to a res roll. I bought this off the market. I thought level dips was pretty fair for this, so yeah. Cast speed helps a lot here because I am self-casting SRS. Crit multi is great because of the 100% crit chance on the transfigured SRS gem, and then also like minion damage as well. So this is like a really good wand here. I've also taken out the shield. So you notice I don't have an Aegis Aurora anymore. And what I did was, when I was reviewing like some of the items I used to run with, I did think about it, and I was like, I don't really feel like I need an Aegis Aurora anymore. I mean, it does give me a lot more EHP. Well, not really gives me a lot more EHP. It gives me some EHP, but at the same time, I'm also losing out on quite a bit because I don't have access to plus minion gems. I don't have access to like minion life mods, etc. And I really wanted extra levels here, so I did consider it and decided to swap it out for a rare shield. This is actually cheaper than the Aegis Aurora. So Aegis Aurora was 2 divines, and this is like 100C or something. No, wait, I haggled the seller down to about 80C, so this is technically 80C. And I crafted on the energy shield mod and like got it to 257 energy shield. It has spell block and attack block as well, so it's very close to block chance for the Aegis, but it does give extra spell block, so I managed to like move out of more spell block on the tree itself, on the rest of the gear, and move into other defenses. Yeah. All right, let's cover the other changes as well. So I want you to make a guess. So with these 2 items, right, as well as this one more change, I've actually swapped this. I swapped the fire penetration for empower support to get more levels on SRS. So right now it's level 27. I want you to guess how much life my SRS has right now. I'll give you like maybe 5 seconds. To give you a bit of a hint, it used to be about 63,000 life. Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly how much life I have right now on the SRS. 157. Life on SRS has gone up. Well, let's look at it. What is 157 out of over 63? 157 over 63 is 2.5, almost 2.5. So it's like almost 150% more damage just with these changes, alright? So whatever damage I had in the King of the Mist showcase video, I have 150% more damage of that, right? Maybe not really exactly because there is fire penetration that I lost. So probably like, let's say closer to like double damage. I do 2 times the damage right now. Okay, so the other reason as to why I scaled this way is for a secondary reason. So I do know that a lot of builds complain about the Specters and the Animate Guardian like not surviving pinnacle encounters, dying like in really juiced maps, and it's kind of annoying and very sad and everyone hates it. This build doesn't really have that problem, and I'll explain why. First and foremost, my Animate Guardian has 163,000 life, right? 160k, right? And most people's Animate Guardians are like 60k or something. So this is literally almost like triple the life pool of a normal Animate Guardian. Because right now, if you look at my minion life modifier, it's at 686. I have 686 percent minion life, right? And yeah, so definitely the Animate Guardian is going to stay alive pretty often. The other reason for it is the Animate Guardian is at, I think, 83% elemental resistance, capped chaos, as well as it has like 10% regen a second from Groove Curl's pelt. I do want to swap out Groove Curls eventually for a garment. I think garment would be great, but since it hasn't died yet, I'm not going to do that. Right now, the gear on the Animate Guardian is like less than 100 chaos. So majority of the cost is actually the Groove Curl's pelt, which is like 40, and then 20 on the gloves, which is a was it the one that the Grave Binder, sorry. So the Grave Binder gloves is 20. The boots is the Legacy of Fury, I think, which is the Maven boots. That's also about like 15C or something. And the staff is the what's it called? Dying Breath, which is less than 5C. The helm is interesting. So a lot of people say, you go for Lear's cast definitely for 50% increased damage. And I looked at it, I was like, well, but I can't res cap. I can't get chaos res cap because I'm not going this right. I'm not actually going this Grave Intentions. Normally you would go Grave Intentions to get chaos res on your minions. So I thought, I'm not going to do this because I need SRS to be low chaos res so I can proc with Tavukai. So I did compare. I was like 50% increased damage kind of doesn't feel very much. So what can I do to like make the AG feel tanky? And I realized that there is a helm that is extremely cheap that has like an insane amount of resistance, and it's called a Geoffrey's Crest. So Geoffrey's Crest has like 30 res 30 to all rest basically. 30 rest, 30 to chaos rest, 30 to fire, cold, and lightning. And so I put Geoffrey's crest on him, and basically he's like rest cap on everything, right? So yeah, just surprising like item that I didn't expect to be useful on the AG, but yeah, so the AG has that. He's really tanky. He hasn't died. He probably will never die until like I do something like Uber bosses, but I'm pretty sure even with Uber bosses he should generally be able to survive. So let me also explain like some of the changes to like itemization. So with regards to items, you saw that the ward and the shield had changed. The rest is kind of stayed the same. I mean, implicit here I've changed as well because I didn't need the spell block, so I went for determination. But pretty much everything else is the same, right? But when it comes to the passive tree, there are a few improvements or changes that you have to take notice of, that if you didn't, because you know it wasn't in the previous video, so you might as well just look at it. I did add to these points. So I did take him away from like I think life or something. I can't remember what I took it away from, but I added these 1, 2, 3, and 4 points here. The two reasons for this. This actually gives minion life, so that's more damage effectively. The other reason is minion auras is pretty much going to be important for keeping both your Spectres and AG alive. 83% auras compared to 75 is significantly tankier, right? And next, Indomitable Army gives you physical damage reduction, so a lot of physical damage reduction here as well, helps your minions to survive, as well as, you know, your minions don't bleed, right? The extra elemental resistance is going to help as well, because I think my AG wasn't capped, like res capped without it. So yeah, these 4 points are here. What I have done as well is I've gone for a different cluster for mediums. I've gone for one that has a single life from death what's it called? Notable. And the reason why I want this notable is because minions recover 4% of life on minion death. Of course, you can have it here as the mastery, which is 5%. But 4% is better because it is lower, which means your ranging spirits don't like over survive. Because, you know, as they start expiring, they will start, the later ones will start healing. You don't want it to be so spaced out that you can't like instantly pop the next set, right? So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you want to cast it again. Wait for the respawn. Yeah. Again. See, you want it to be like this. You've got to get the timing out just right. And so 4% allows you to do that. 5% is like a bit meh. So this is really good. Also because it does maintain the minimum, minion life on that node. So that's 15% versus 16. It's still acceptable. And 2% of life regen per second if a minion had died recently is also pretty helpful for you, because, you know, you're gonna regen, right? You need that regen. So yeah, those were the major changes from the last video to here. I did some optimization. I've moved it. I've taken away I think culling, because I figured like I actually don't really need culling with such high damage. If my damage is doubled, like 10% increase on that, 10% more on that is pretty much like, you know, it's not, you're probably gonna kill the mob faster than you actually like will proc it with a wave of conviction. So it made no sense. The other reason is because hexes affecting hexproof enemies helps with maps, because there's just some hexproof maps or some hexproof monsters, and the problem with that is you're actually getting quite a bit of bonuses off your hexes. So you definitely want to be able to hex them. So like a good example, like, what was it? Minions have, what was the attack one? Minions penetrate 8% of cursed enemies' elemental resistance. You lose 8% penetration if you don't have curses. And the other reason as well is curses do give you like flammability. So, you know, without flammability, you're obviously going to do less damage. Yeah. So definitely went that route for that reason. Okay, one more thing. Wait, I can put this in now. Yeah. Okay, that's... Okay, so one more thing. When it comes to Spectres, you notice right now I have literally 5 Spectres up. So 5 Spectre count is like, to hit 5 Spectre count, you need 2 things, right? You need a chest with +1. You need to anoint or path to Death Attunement. So Death Attunement is here. I'm not path towards it. I've just anointed it because I have nothing here that I want. And then also the nodes before it are like, I mean, they're alright. They're okay, but, you know, not worth like pathing these 3 extra points there. Yeah, anyway, so you get one here, and then you get one off this chest. So if you don't have the chest, you're still like at 4 maximum. But normally if your specters are like race specters like less than level 25, you only have like 2 specters, right? So that's 2 and then plus 1 here, death of human, that's 3. So by getting it to level 25 and then having this chest, you can get it to 5. So I literally have 5 specters right now, and all of them are literally meat sacks. That's why my minion life modifier is so high, because all 5 of them are giving 40% life each. That's 200% life just literally coming from meat sacks. And all of them are super tanky. I've not seen one of them die. And even if they die, they don't die at one, like in a group. It's just like 1 or 2 of them just somehow manages to get a massive spike in damage, like it gets crit or something, and it dies as a result of that. You can always just replace one. It's not that painful. I'm pretty sure also once I get a Goblet Ephemeral on the AG, enemies won't crit, and if they don't crit, these guys should stay alive. And because they also have like quite a high amount of health, the Spectres have high amount of health, I'm pretty sure like they won't like die that easily as long as I'm summoning the Raging Spirits and letting them die, because they heal like 20%. So I'm summoning 5 at one go, right, and they pop in like 1 second, so I'm healing 20% of minion life every like 1 second. So not many things will die when that happens. Anyway, yep, that's pretty much the change for this build. I'm pretty much done actually with this build if you really think about it. This is my other strategy that I'm going for. It is mostly Wandering Path, Harvest, Expedition, and Delirium, tacked onto Maven. I should technically not do Maven, but I really want to do like bossing, so I did Maven anyway. But ideally it should actually be either worlds, because the altars are much better for this kind of strategy. And then yeah, and then Wandering Path, String of Consciousness. It's low cost basically. You just pop in a rare or magic map, and then you're like good to go, and just you clear the league mechanic and then use the boosted quantity or rarity with the league mechanic onto Delirium layer, and then farm that basically. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty good currency generation. It's not like insane, but still pretty good. Okay, so oh yeah, one more thing. Ascendency changes. These two don't do anything, right? This one, like, I mean, it does give 10% increased damage, but this really doesn't do anything for you, because your minions basically spend zero time, like very little time hitting. They don't really contribute a lot through hitting, so I feel like this was not required. So I've taken this away and moved this here. We got 5% regen instead of like minion damage, but every 4 seconds regenerate 100% life over 1 second is like pretty nice. So every 4 seconds you basically have a full heal to max, so that's cool. I honestly do wish like the Guardian had better, like I think this is garbage. I think Harmony of Purpose should have been like this, right? Your link has infinite duration, so whatever you link, it's going to be permanently linked as long as neither of you die. So you can link that to AG, and then like then it will make sense, right? Then you can like position yourself around your AG and like get -20 on the enemy. But right now this is like I have to manually cast a link, and I have to pick my AG out of the 1,000,000,001 minions I have. It feels kind of stupid. So I don't know. I personally feel like this needs a little bit of a revamp. Maybe like at the very least like triple the link duration or something, because this is annoying to play, right? This is also like kind of meh. I mean, if you're Aura Stacker, sure, pretty good, I guess. But if you're not an Aura Stacker, this is like stupid, right? So yeah, I think that needs to be improved as well. But other than that, very happy. I think Guardian's like super strong just because of like Radiant Crusade, Bastion of Hope. These two are like super strong nodes. Like 25% block, attack, and spell damage is insane. Okay, what is my next plans? My next plan is actually to play a Necro. I have some ideas that I want to test out. I do want to play another minion build. I know this is literally a minion league for me. But yeah, I do want to play another minion build. I have a few ideas of what I want to play. There was one idea that I thought was pretty cool, but I'm not sure how successful it will be. It could just be a complete dud, and I have to respec. But I think a lot of the miniatures look exactly the same, so even if I do respec, it's not that big a problem. I always got the Guardian to fall back on if I need to farm anything. Yeah. Alright, that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this video and this showcase. I've completed my atlas, all the watchstones, all the favorite slots. It's pretty much just cruising and farming and enjoying whatever And all, yeah, completing challenges are for sure. I'm only at 14, but should be pretty easy to get for 38, 40. I always go for 30 and never go for 40. It's too much effort. Alright, hope you enjoy this. Peace. I'm out. Bye.